Today on the Hopefulist, failure is not a dirty word. New Coke? Not again. And a woman taunts a lion? Oh my.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning and happy hump day. Wednesday already. It is October 2nd, 2019, day 20 of Gotta Get on Ellen. It's going to be hot and humid here at the Jersey Shore today, a high of 94 on October 2nd. Craziness. I just think it's craziness. High of 94 today, high of 67 tomorrow. Yeah, a little extreme, I would say. So, lots of news to get to today. I wanted to tell you about some new Coca-Cola. That's right. Coca-Cola is going to try it again. Now, it's a little bit different, just a little bit different. They are coming out with some energy drinks. Now, I'm seeing that they have energy drinks already internationally. I'm not sure if they're available everywhere, but they're coming out with a Coca-Cola Energy, a Zero energy option, and a Cherry energy option. So if you are into energy drinks and you do enjoy Coca-Cola, then this is for you. Every single person I know likes Coke over Pepsi. I'm not sure. Maybe it's other regions in the country that prefer Pepsi. But around here, because I usually get the soda that's on sale. You know me. If it's on sale, that's what I'm going to get. I prefer Coke and Diet Coke myself. My husband will drink just about anything. So, and then we have neighbors across the street who do prefer Pepsi. So we try to keep some on hand for them. But other than that, I really do prefer Coke. And other than my neighbors across the street, I don't think I know anybody that likes Pepsi. In fact, when we were away last weekend, I had said to one of my sister's friends, she's like, I really need a Coke really bad. And I said, well, we have some Pepsi back in the fridge. She's like, Pepsi? No, I have Coke back at home in the fridge. I don't need your Pepsi. I'm like, oh, okay. But people feel very strongly about their Coke or their Pepsi. In fact, maybe I will make that the topic for tomorrow. I will ask your preference, Coke or Pepsi. I'm doing a little food-related theme on the topics all week, and that kind of counts as food, right? So Harry and Meghan, the royals, they are in the process of suing the Daily Mail tabloid in London for publishing a private letter that the Duchess wrote. I don't know to whom, but in the suit, they claim that they printed this letter and they posted it in an intentionally destructive manner by editing out paragraphs to manipulate readers. Harry said in a statement, I've seen what happens when someone I love is commoditized to the point they are no longer seen as a real person. I lost my mother, and now I see my wife falling victim to the same powerful forces. He says they have continued to put on a brave face, as many of us do, but he can't begin to describe how painful it has been. So, yeah, it's kind of like history repeating itself. We all know that the role that the paparazzi played in the death of Princess Diana, and I'm sure it's very hard to see somebody you love go through this type of thing again. That's why, I hope all of these rumors about a feud between Meghan and Kate are just rumors, because they really need each other. I mean, I think Kate really knew what she was getting into. She had dated William for a very long time, so she was prepared for what was to come. I don't think Meghan really was. It was such a whirlwind romance. And they fell in love and got engaged and got married so quickly, and then she had a baby right away. I just think that she has got to be so overwhelmed by everything that's happened to her in just the last 3 years. And I said in the beginning, I didn't think that this was going to last just for that reason. But I didn't expect her to have a child so quickly. So maybe, I hope I'm wrong. I love Harry and Meghan together. You know, I just knew when they met and the way that they were with each other. I could tell. I was on the radio at the time, and I just kept saying that. I'm like, they're totally getting married. They're totally getting married. And, of course, I got up that morning and watched the wedding. So I feel like I'm very invested in this relationship. So hopefully things will work out. Hopefully, I mean, they're never going to leave her alone. The tabloids are never going to leave her alone. But maybe they can take some steps to try and cut down on some of the viciousness. I mean, could you imagine somebody constantly trying to paint you in the worst light possible? I mean, it's bad enough when people just make a little cutting remark here and there, but these people are like out to get her. Kate as well. And again, it's just the women. I mean, I'm sure the men have, you know, here and there, but mostly they go after the women, and they're not even the true royals. They're, you know, the spouses. So it's very sad to me. I wanted to move on to the dumbest person alive story. A woman in the Bronx Zoo climbed into the lion enclosure and then proceeded to taunt him. That's right. Let's taunt the lion. She's dancing in front of him, waving to him, and he's kind of looking at her first, like kind of confused, probably like, what you doing in my hood? And then he even started walking toward her. She never seemed worried or afraid at any point, which just shows you how stupid she really is. And I think that they got this on surveillance video. The zoo did. And the zoo is looking for her, and they would like to press charges, as they should. I don't know what is wrong with people. Why on earth would it ever occur to you to, one, crawl into a lion enclosure, and two, taunt them? Why would you want to do that? Why are you an idiot? I say you put her back in the lion enclosure and see who comes out the winner. I don't know. I just don't understand people. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make sense to me. What is wrong with people? Stupid people. I will move on to my topic for the day. As I mentioned, I've been talking a lot about food this week. We talked about whether you put ketchup on your eggs. We talked about your favorite pizza topping, which, by the way, I did get pizza last night. We had a little gathering for my sister to celebrate her Ironman win. And we ordered pizza. I got a white garlic pie, and then I got a Sicilian with half mushroom and sausage, mushroom and pepperoni, and then half plain, because there's always people that like plain. I don't get it. I don't get it. So most of the plain is left, of course. But I ordered way too much food, which I always do, which is fine. You know, pizza freezes really well, and then you can just pop it back in the oven, and it comes up nice and yummy. So we will save that. But we did have some delicious, yummy pizza. I wanted to know from you, though, for today, because thank you for telling me your favorite pizza toppings. I thought about comfort food for today's topic because my sister and I went to How You Brewin' here on the island. My sister's from Texas, and they don't have the greatest bagels out there. So when we went to How You Brewing for breakfast, I just wanted to take her there because it's a cute little place. They got all these flavored coffees and stuff. And she said, "Are those real New York bagels?" And the woman says, "They are real Long Beach Island bagels." And apparently they get their bagel stash from Bagels and Beyond, which is my go-to bagel place. So I was like, oh, those are the ones I always get, so they should be good. So I had opted to get, because I was still being somewhat good yesterday morning. That all went out the window yesterday afternoon, I got to tell you. And I'm going to Cracker Barrel today, and I'm getting me some biscuits and gravy. So these 2 days I'm going to allow myself to indulge a little bit, and then I'm going to try and get back on track, be good for Thursday, Friday, most of Saturday. Got a party on Saturday, and then I'm going on vacation. And, you know, I'm just not going to worry about it, honestly. But I had some oatmeal yesterday at How You Brewin', and they put some blueberries in it, some bananas in it. It was very tasty, and it's kind of that stick to your ribs oatmeal. You know, it was a little thick, fact, I had to dilute it a little bit with some milk because it was very sticky. But it was very good. Tasted very grainy. It had lots of seeds in it, which I do prefer. And kind of a comfort food, right? So I wanted to hear from you. What is your favorite comfort food? And I'm probably going to have to agree with all of the choices that you put up. Now, here, comfort food, I think of things like mac and cheese. I think of mashed potatoes. I think of meatloaf. But it's really kind of anything that just kind of sticks to your ribs a little bit, you know? So Mary says mac and cheese. Dawn says meatloaf and mashed potatoes. So there's my top three. Connie says raviolis. Denise said, I'm a mood foodie. It depends, but I saw a friend with meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and that looked yummy. Kim says wine. I guess technically that is a comfort food. Marcy says ice cream, Ben & Jerry's Americone Dream. That sounds yummy. Nancy says roast beef, mashed potatoes, corn, or chicken pot pie. Oh, I love me a good chicken pot pie. There's a place on the island called Chicken or the Egg who has a really good chicken pot pie. And we haven't been there in a couple of years, and they're going to close soon. We maybe should try and sneak in a visit there. Denise says, I agree with some of the others. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Kimmy says mashed potatoes. Renee says pizza, pizza, pizza. I hope that doesn't mean she goes with Caesars. Oh, bleh. Now, Diane says grilled cheese and chicken noodle soup. And then Bob even backs her up and says, ding, 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 ding. Don't you eat grilled cheese with tomato soup? Isn't that how that goes? But whatever's your favorite is fine. Now, Beverly says grilled cheese and tomato soup. There you go. There it is. Michelle says PB&J and Entenmann's crumb cake. Joe says chili. Got to have Fritos, too. Jim agrees. Chili is no good without the Frito scoops. We also have to have the cheese sprinkled on top, and a little dollop of sour cream is pretty good too. Now, Jim says when he was growing up on poor food like my mother Spam, he says my mother would never spend money on pepperoni, so we sliced up meat hot dogs on Elio's cheese pizza every Friday night. My daughter and her mother always thought that was gross, but I still get a craving for it now and then, and I make it for myself. Because the Hopefulist says to do what makes you happy, and I consider it the ghetto pepperoni. There you go. See? You don't have to worry about what anybody else thinks. You have your hot dog on your Elio's pizza. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would ever eat Elio's pizza. It's like eating cardboard with not even a sprinkle of cheese on it. It's cardboard with a little bit of sauce. Elio's pizza. Ugh. Have we not come far enough to buy real pizza, Jim? Come on. Get it together. I guess you do crave that stuff. Like I said, I probably would have a little bit of Spam here and there. It's nostalgic at this point, right? So I will move on to my blog post for today. I seem to be going quickly through all of this stuff. I had all these stories. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be talking forever today. Yeah, I'm only 13 minutes in. That's okay. I'm moving and a grooving. I'm a shaking and a raking. And what rhymes with shaking? Shaking and a making. I don't know. I'll work on it. I'll try to have it good for the next time I attempt to do something like that. So today's blog is about failure, standing up against failure. And I put up a quote from my gal Oprah. Failure is a signpost to turn you in another direction. So I've been referencing my sister's Ironman competition all this week since we're all still on a high from her finish around here. It got me to thinking of all she has been through in this journey of hers. It's been quite a ride. As I've mentioned, she did not wake up one day and decide to run the next Ironman. She has worked and trained for about a year to prepare for this, and it has paid off. She feels good after that physically draining race. We went for a walk on Monday. We went kayaking yesterday. She hasn't had to lay around for a week in order to recover because she was prepared and ready for this race. Could you imagine going up and taking a walk a day and a half after running, swimming, and biking 140 miles? No, I wouldn't walk again ever. But that's not always the case. So sometimes you may bite off more than you can chew and end up with results you were not hoping for. Now, my sister had several friends in this race with her, and a number of them didn't get to finish. The time cutoffs for this race are a hard line. You have a certain amount of time to get through each category, and if you don't make that cutoff, you